Good morning and welcome to Take Your Life Back Today show with me, Ralf Friedrichs. Today we're going to talk about, today's a special day. We are doing frequently asked questions. The audience asks us about alcohol, and that's what I'm going to ask those questions and answer them today. First, as always, I want to give a shout out to Dr. Luis Gonzalez at startingpointmn.com. You could call him at 844-414-8444. That's Dr. Luis Gonzalez at startingpointmn.com. The MN is for Minnesota. Folks, I just want to also bring up today about Starting Point. He has 3 entities, but I'm only going to bring up 2 today. The first one is if you have an addiction and you want to recover and you need help with your recovery, call him at 844-414-8444. He will walk with you from your addiction to your recovery, hand in hand, 24 hours at a time, starting today, going further into tomorrow, etc., etc. He will never, ever talk about your past. He is not a counselor or a therapist. What he is an addiction recovery coach, and he is here to help you during your recovery. He will coach you, and he will guide you in the proper way, and that way you can take your life back. On the other side of his business, he has where you can become an addiction recovery coach. He has a great educational program that I graduated from, and if you have passion, professionalism, and a personality, and you have an addiction background, whether it's battling your own or maybe helping someone else in your family or in your friends, with your friends, helping them battle with addiction, call him if you want to become an addiction recovery coach at 844-414-8444. Also, give a shout out to globalayeglasses.com, where they are focused on saving you money. They have frames that start at $6 and go up to about $49. Now, what those frames include are single vision, standard plastic, non-coated, clear lenses. They include a cloth and they include a case for that price. Now, if you need transitions, they have them. They have photochromatics. They have progressive lenses. They have line bifocals. They have polarization lenses. They have lenses that can be thinner if you have a high myopia, or in other words, a high thick lens. They can make them thinner. What's great about this company is they're so inexpensive, about 80% less than if you went into your brick and mortar place in your local town. I happen to know a lot about this company, so you can text me at 631-599-0218 if you have any questions about globalayeglasses.com. I am also a board-certified optician, so I can help you order your glasses. Just give me a call or a text at 631-599-0218, or you can reach me on my hotline, which is 844-405-HELP. Global Eyeglasses, where they are focused on saving you money. Folks, go to my website at Take Your Life Back Today show, and you can see all the updated episodes that I have done, including this one that I'm working on, will be posted probably by the end of the day. You can go to www.takeyourlifebacktoday show and see all that is available. You can also, if you have addiction questions or need info, go to www.clearviews.info. There I have tons and tons of articles and snippets written by doctors and psychologists, not by me. I am just the mere messenger bringing that information into your home, into your living room. www.clearviews.info, takeyourlifebacktodayShow.com. If you want to email me, it's ralf@takeyourlifebacktodayShow.com. Frequently asked questions. The audience asks us about alcohol. The first question that I got so many times, that I received so many times, is what is a standard size drink? Ask yourself, do you know what a standard size drink is? Well, here they are. For beer, it's 12 ounces. If it's a micro beer, it would be 10 ounces. So a standard beer is 12 ounces. For a malt liquor or an ice beer, it's 8 ounces. For wine, it's 4 ounces. For 80 proof liquor or above, it's 1.2 ounces. For even further above, anything over 100 proof, it would be 1 ounce. So it breaks down this way: 1 ounce for hard liquor, for whiskey, vodka, 4 ounces for wine, 8 ounces for an ice beer or malt liquor, and then you have 12 ounces for a beer. That is the standard size drinks to answer your question. Question number 2 we got quite often here at Take Your Life Back Today shows. When is drinking considered high risk? Drinking any amount can be a high risk, even at low doses. Alcohol affects judgment and impairment. If you choose to drink, follow these recommendations. Men that are sitting in my audience, drink no more than 0 to 2 standard drinks a day. Anything past that becomes high risk. Ladies, drink no more than 0 to 1 drink per day. No more, this applies to both men and women, no more than 3 standard drinks daily for either one. Otherwise, you're going into that very high risk, possibly into alcoholism. So that was question number 2. When is drinking considered high risk? For men, 2 drinks. For women, 1 drink. But if either of you folks drink more than 3 a day, you're in that high risk of alcoholism. Question number 3, why can't females drink the same amount as men? Answer is many variables such as body weight, size, how fast you drink, fitness level, whether you've eaten, and the amount of alcohol consumed will determine what effect the alcohol will have on either the men and the women. So to answer the question is why, the question was why can't women drink as much as men? And it really depends on your body weight, your size, how fast you drink, your fitness level, and whether you've eaten, and the amount of alcohol you have consumed. Question number 4, if you choose to drink, how can you drink safely? Well, folks, I am the first to tell you there is nothing wrong if you're going to have a sociable drink. But here, remember there are many levels of risk: legal, social, and physical risks. Even a small amount of alcohol can increase the risk, especially if the user is under 21. It is important to remember that any amount of alcohol can create a problem. When drinking, it is best to slowly slow down the rate of alcohol absorbed into your bloodstream. So the question again was, if I choose to drink, how can I drink safely? And my answer is, remember, there are many levels of risk. There is legal risks, there are social risks, and there is physical risks. Even a small amount of alcohol can increase the risk, especially if the user is under 21. Number 5, when is the best not to drink? Well, if you want my personal opinion on that, never drink again. But here it is. When you are driving, it is not recommended to drink. When you are sick, it is not recommended to drink. When you are tired, it is not recommended to drink. When you are taking any medications, whether they're prescription or not, it is not recommended to drink. If you have other responsibilities, taking care of a child, an elder, it is not recommended to drink. If you are angry, sad, or depressed, it is not recommended to drink. If you're under the age of 21, it is not allowed to drink. And if you are pregnant, common sense will tell you do not drink. So the question here again was, when is it best to drink? And my answer is never. However, in a realistic world, my answers to you folks would be when you're driving, when you're sick, when you're tired, when you're taking medication, whether it be prescription or non-prescription, if you have other responsibilities, if you're angry, sad, or depressed, if you're under 21, and if you're pregnant. These are times you should not drink. Question number 6. What is a blackout? Blackouts are periods of memory loss due to drinking large amounts of alcohol. You can have a blackout while partying with your friends and not even realize it. You will not, and I repeat, you will not realize you had a blackout until the following day, when you suddenly don't remember what happened to parts of your night. How did I get home? Who was I with? Was I abused? Was I violated? These are the questions you will be asking because you have no clue what happened. So the question was, what is a blackout? The answer is, a blackout is when you have a memory loss, a sense of memory loss. Question number 7, what happens when you mix alcohol and other drugs? Good question. Mixing alcohol and other drugs, prescription or non-prescription, or legal or illegal, is never a good idea. Doing so can lead to the following: quicker intoxication, greater physical and mental impairment, increased risk of accidents or death, interference with effectiveness of medication. Mixing alcohol with other drugs such as tranquilizers, sleeping pills, painkillers, or antihistamines can be very dangerous, even cause death. So the question was, what happens when you mix alcohol and drugs? Mixing alcohol and drugs and other mixing alcohol with other drugs, prescription or non-prescription, is never a good idea. It could lead to the following: quicker intoxication, greater physical and mental impairment, increased risks of accidents or death, interference with effectiveness and of medication. Mixing alcohol and drugs such as tranquilizers, sleeping pills, painkillers, antihistamines can be very dangerous, even possibly kill you. Number 8, what does alcohol do to my stomach? Good question. You don't even want to hear it. But in the short sense of an answer, alcohol is an irritant, which is what causes the burning sensation in your mouth and your throat. The burning sensation is most evident when the person drinks straight or undiluted liquor. Any form of alcohol, beer, wine, mixed drinks causes irritation in the lining of the stomach and intestines, and therefore will be eating away at the walls. The question again was, what does alcohol do to your stomach? Alcohol is an irritant, which is what causes the burning sensation when you put it in your mouth and your throat. This burning sensation is most evident when a person drinks straight, undiluted liquor. Any form of alcohol, beer, wine, and mixed drinks causes irritation in the lining of the stomach and the intestines. Question number 9. How does alcohol affect the liver? The liver is an organ that has a primary responsibility for breaking down alcohol in your body. When the alcohol is consumed, the liver gives up top priority metabolizing alcohol over maintaining a steady supply of blood sugar. Blood sugar is also known as glucose, is the only source of energy for the brain. The process can result in hypoglycemia, low sugar blood sugar, in otherwise healthy people who have been drinking healthy and are not eating properly for as little as 48 to 72 hours. That is the answer. That is what's going to happen to your liver. The liver is an organ that is a primary responsible for breaking down the alcohol in the body. When the alcohol is consumed, the liver gives up top priority to the metabolizing alcohol over maintaining a steady supply of blood sugar, which is known as glucose, which is the only thing that your brain relies on for energy. Hypoglycemia is the process that can result of low blood sugar. Why would you want to do this? You now know what it does to your stomach lining. You now know what it does to your liver. Question number 10. Should I be concerned about taking non-prescription medications while drinking? The answer is yes. Liver damage can happen as alcohol appears to activate certain enzymes which transforms the non-prescription pain reliever such as Tylenol TM and many others into damaging chemicals, even in standard therapeutic methods. Should I be concerned about taking non-prescription medications while drinking? The answer is yes. You should be concerned. You do not mix alcohol with prescription, whether they're prescribed or non-prescribed prescriptions. Question number 11. What is alcohol poisoning? Good question. Alcohol poisoning is when the body's functions have been severely depressed by effects of alcohol enough to produce unconsciousness and in some cases even cause death. Signs of alcohol poisoning include cold, clammy skin, unconsciousness, slower or irregular breathing, and vomiting. It can be difficult to determine if a person has alcohol poisoning or is just sleeping it off. If you are ever in doubt, call 911. The signs of alcohol poisoning are clammy skin, cold clammy skin, unconsciousness, slowed or irregular heartbeat, and or breathing, and vomiting. Question number 12. What if I would like to speak to someone about my drinking or drug use, but I'm not ready to change? A lot of people go through that in life, so it's something to be very careful of. If you want to talk with me about your own alcohol and drug use, how to lower your risk level, or to quit drinking or using other drugs, then you are taking a positive step forward. Call me at 844-405-HELP. I can help you determine if you have a problem and how to lower your risk. There are also community resources available that I can suggest to you. So the question was, if I want to speak to somebody but I'm not ready to change today, you can call me at 844-405-HELP. I will give you whatever educational background that you need to either persuade you to stop drinking or to show you the risk factors. And I can also get you to to local resources no matter where you are, okay? Why do I feel warm when I drink? Alcohol is it's a vasodilator, which means it causes the vessels near the surface of your skin to expand. This gives a sensation of warm and flushness to the skin. In reality, however, the heat is being lost and your core body temperature is falling. Alcohol is a vasodilator, which means it causes the vessels near the surface of your skin to expand. This gives a sensation of warmth and flushness due to the skin. In reality, however, heat is being lost and your core body temperature is actually decreasing. It's falling. Question number 14. How does alcohol leave the body? Alcohol is eliminated from the body by excretion and metabolism. Approximately 5% of alcohol you drink is exhaled from your lungs. A breathalyzer uses the percentage in the calculation to determine your blood alcohol level. An additional 5% is created and sweat and urine. The liver is the primary organ which chemically breaks down the remaining 90% of the alcohol when you drink. This is a really good one. Let's do this one more time. How does alcohol leave the body? Alcohol is eliminated from the body by excretion and metabolism. Approximately 5% of the alcohol you drink is exhaled from your lungs. This is why when you take a breathalyzer, that 5% will tell the police officer whether you're drunk or not. An additional 5% is excreted into sweat and urine. The liver is the primary organ which chemically breaks down the remaining 90% of alcohol when you drink. Last but not least question. How is alcohol absorbed? Approximately 20% of the alcohol a person consumes is absorbed into the stomach, thus killing your stomach lining, while roughly 80% is absorbed into your small intestines, and that is not a good thing when things like that break down. 80% going through your intestines. Folks, these were the top questions that I have received, and I'm going to do a quick recap of just the questions with a quick reply to the answer. What is the standard size drink? For beer, 12 ounces, wine, 4 ounces, and a shot, 1 ounce. When is drinking considered high risk? For men, up to 2 drinks a day. For women, 1 drink a day is okay. Anything past 3 drinks a day for either one is considered high risk and risk of alcoholism. Why can't females drink as much as men? Certain things determine that. Weight, size, fitness, how much alcohol was consumed and how quickly. If I choose to drink, how can I drink safely? Remember, there are many levels of risk. There's legal, social, and physical risks. Your legal risks could be DWI. Your social risks could be your family. And your physical risks can be your health. When is it best not to drink? Well, it's definitely best not to drink when you're driving, when you're sick, when you're tired, when you're taking medication, whether prescription or non-prescription, or illicit drugs. If you have other responsibilities like taking care of children and elders, if you're angry, sad, or depressed, if you're under 21, and if you're pregnant. What is a blackout? A blackout is when, even while you're partying, you don't realize you have it, but when the next day you don't remember if you what you did, how you got home, were you violated, were you abused. What happens when you mix alcohol and other drugs? Mixing alcohol and other drugs is never a good idea. You get quicker intoxicated, greater physical and mental impairment, increased risks of accidents and death, interference with effectiveness of other medications that might have been prescribed to heal you. What does alcohol do to your stomach? It goes into your stomach, and you know how when you drink a shot of, let's say, whiskey, that burning sensation, well, all that goes into your stomach and eventually will tear up your stomach walls. How does alcohol affect the liver? The liver is an organ that has a primary responsibility for breaking down alcohol. When alcohol is consumed, the liver gives up top priority to metabolizing alcohol over maintaining a steady supply of blood sugar, which is called glucose, which is the energy source for your brain. So what you're doing is you're breaking down all that energy for your brain by drinking all that alcohol. Should I be concerned when taking non-prescription medications while drinking? Of course, any medication, non or prescribed, is never a good idea to mix with alcohol. Alcohol is not meant to be drinking. I really wish on medication, instead of using the martini glass with the line across, they use a regular tumbler glass, because the martini glass gives it some sort of message that a martini is a standard drink for all us humans. What is alcohol poisoning? Alcohol poisoning is when the body's functions have been severely depressed by the effects of alcohol, enough to produce unconsciousness and in some cases death. Signs of alcohol poisoning include cold, clammy skin, unconsciousness, slowed or irregular breathing and heartbeat, and vomiting. What if I like to speak to someone, but I don't want to change it? Well, folks, feel free to contact me. And if you don't want to speak verbally, you can text me at 631-599-0218 or call me at 844-405-HELP. Call me, text me. We can talk about what your situation is. I can tell you the high risks and any dangers that you might be in with your abuse of either alcohol and or drugs, and I can also recommend some local resources in your area. Why do I feel warm when I drink? Alcohol is a vasodilator, which means it causes the vessels near the surface of your skin to expand. That gives a sensation of warmth and flushness to the skin. In reality, however, heat is lost and your body core temperature is falling. How does alcohol leave the body? Well, 5% of alcohol goes through your lungs. So when you get pulled over, and it's not but keep drinking and driving, it's when you get pulled over, that 5% going through your lungs goes into the breathalyzer, hence handcuffs come on your hands. The other 5%, it goes through your urine and your sweat. The other 90% pretty much breaks down by the liver. The liver breaks down 90%, so you can see your liver is taking a beating. How is alcohol absorbed? Well, 20% of alcohol, about 20% of alcohol a person consumes is absorbed in the stomach. Working on that stomach lining again is not a good thing, while roughly 80% of it is absorbed through your small, and I say small intestine, so you get 80% of alcohol going through there. Folks, these are frequently asked questions that you, my audience, have asked us about alcohol. These are the answers by me, your host, Ralf Friedrichs from the Take Your Life Back Today show. I hope these questions were helpful. I hope the answers were even more helpful for you. And if all this information is not enough for you to decide today's the day to stop, here are some other examples. Your family, your children, your health, your life. These are more reasons to quit drinking. These are more reasons to stop doing drugs. So is today your day, finally, to do what needs to be done? Is today your day, finally, to take your life back? If so, the first thing you need to do is to stop denying you have a problem, because every time you say you don't have a problem is another day wasted. It's another day that you might not have again. And when you have stopped denying that you have a problem with drugs and or alcohol, reach up and ask God for guidance and direction. I use this example all the time and I sound like a broken record, but some people are new to my audience. So I want to tell you that your body is like a ship, a vessel. Your mind, you are the captain. What captain would take their vessel into any rough ocean, into any troubled waters, without navigation? Well, let me ask you something. Who is your navigator? Because obviously, you are not very good, as am I not, of navigating our own life. Because we wouldn't be in the predicament that we are in. You wouldn't be sitting in jail watching me, sitting in a homeless shelter watching me, if you had full control of your life. So now you need navigation. Who better than to reach to God for guidance and direction? Let God guide and direct your vessel, your body, and your mind, you the captain, into any rough ocean, into any troubled water, and sail right through smoothly. With God's guidance and direction, your life will see major changes. Physical changes, because you have now quit abusing drugs and or alcohol. Spiritual changes, because you have now gone to God for guidance and direction. Relationship changes, because now you have sobered up and your family is giving you another chance. Thank God for that. Health changes, which we talked about. These are all changes that you will see. But it all starts today, and it all starts with you. And it all starts with not denying. Reach up, ask God for guidance and direction. Then come up with a plan. Will it be AA? Will it be utilizing my methods? Contact me at 631-599-0218 and I'll tell you my methods. Will it be possibly, if it's severe enough, checking into a rehab center for 30, 60, 90 days? And from this point on, your main goal is to focus on you, because only you, with possibly the help of others, can take your life back. But start today, because there is never a guarantee for tomorrow. We have the pleasure of sitting in front of you and my audience, me in front of this camera, alive. We have the pleasure of breathing and blinking. Mind you, there's someone out, it's somewhere in the world, taking their last breath right now. There is someone somewhere in the world closing their eyes for the last time. They might have never had the chance for change, but if you're watching me, you do have chance. You have chances for change. Do not be one of those folks that will say, not today, maybe tomorrow, because God knows you might not have it tomorrow. I might not have it tomorrow. Let today be the first day of your new life. Let today be the day that you take your life back. Remember, a sober today, I guarantee you, will give you a better tomorrow. And if you believe what I'm telling you here, and think positive about your future, and think positive about beating alcoholism and drug addiction, and think positive that you can do it, it will happen. But it all has to be here. You have to have a passion for recovery starting today to have that better tomorrow that I promised you. Folks, I hope each and every one of you folks have a great day. But more importantly, please have a sober day, and may God bless you.